Today on the show,
Pom Klementieff from Avengers Infinity War, some new faces on The Handmaid's Tale, and even more superheroes.
And they called me the Pominator.
the Pominator.
Yes!
Hey everyone, welcome to the IMDb Show. I'm Tim Cash.
Hey guys, I'm Carrie Doherty. It's Thursday, May 3rd. We've got so much fun stuff on the show today, but first, I want to talk Season 2, Handmaid's Tale.
Sure.
A few episodes have already dropped so far. They were incredibly intense and emotional.
Let's not give away too many spoilers. Instead, let's talk about some of the actors who had joined the cast this season, right? Marissa Tomei.
Loved her in My Cousin Vinny.
Loved her in The Wrestler.
Yes.
Claire Duval.
Love
she's
her.
playing Emily's wife.
And Cherry Jones, who's playing June's mother. And Bradley Whitford, he's gonna be playing a commander. We, of course, loved him in Get Out.
Get Out.
How long has this been going on, this thing?
Another new face joining the cast this season is Sydney Sweeney, and she recently dropped by to give us this week's Who, What, Where.
I'm Sydney Sweeney. I am in Everything Sucks. Dagger! I am thy scabbard. I'm now a sophomore in college. I'm studying business. I have a dog named Tank. My most underrated credit is Tell Me Your Name. People should watch it because it's not just a regular horror film. Please, Mom, I'm begging you. I want you in my life. Will you please come back to me? I love you, please. It has friendships, it has the love story, and I get possessed by a demon. Ooh. When you're watching a movie, what is your biggest pet peeve? When people talk or they're sitting on their phones. I hate when people are not enjoying what's been made and so many people put so much work into it and they're just sitting on their phones. You can see me in Sharp Objects on HBO coming later this year, and Season 2 of Handmaid's Tale.
God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply.
Today's guest has one of the coolest names in the business, both in real life and in the MCU. You've seen her as Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and she'll be back for Volume 3, but you don't have to wait that long because she's in Avengers Infinity War right now, Pom Klementieff.
He's anxious, angry. He feels tremendous loss and guilt.
It's like a pirate had a baby with an angel.
Wow, this is a real wake-up call for me. Okay, I'm gonna get a Bowflex. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna get some dumbbells.
You know you can't eat dumbbells, right?
It's like his muscles are made of Katati metal fibers.
Stop massaging his muscles. Wake him up.
Wake.
Your name, Pom, I love it. What does it mean?
Pom means spring in Korean. My mother is Korean, my dad Russian and French. That's why Klementieff is Russian. And also in French, it's like apple. So a lot of jokes when I was little, like Pom, I'm gonna bite you, or you're the forbidden fruit, you know, stuff like that. So a lot of jokes. So I couldn't really take myself seriously that much because I had a fruit name, you know?
Yeah, of course you did. Let's talk about Avengers Infinity War. What has that roller coaster ride been like?
It's crazy. I mean, I remember when I first heard about maybe being in the movie, I was shooting Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and the producers came to me and said, oh, I think you're going to be in Avengers Infinity War with the other Guardians. And to me, it was just insane because I was, you know, the newbie. The world hadn't seen my character yet. So, you know, to me, it was really huge.
I'm learning many things, like I'm a pet and ugly.
You have an amazing relationship on camera with Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Did you immediately have that chemistry with him when you first met?
I mean, yeah. He's a gentleman. He's so polite and soft-spoken.
Yeah.
It's not what you would expect from someone who's so big and strong. But yeah, it's, you know, he doesn't need to show that he's strong because he is.
Humility. I like it. I too am extraordinarily humble.
But, you know, concerning Mantis, it's just James, you know, James Gunn. He's such a genius, and even how she looks, you know, she looks like sexy in the comic books, almost like she's wearing a bikini. And he said, no, you don't need to read everything, because, you know, he told me that his approach and how he wrote Mantis was really different, and to me was so much more interesting. Also in a feminist way, it was so much more deep and quirky and different from what we've seen in Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Because we see a lot of female characters who are amazing, and I would love to be like them in real life sometimes. You know, they have their shit together, and they're strong and badass. But it's interesting to see other ways of being a woman, you know?
What are you doing?
smiling.
Marvel fans, IMDb fans, we love trivia, things that no one else knows. So give us something from the set that only you know.
Okay, so when I auditioned for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, we did the screen test, and then they tried a makeup, you know, to change the color of my face. So they painted my face and my hands orange. It was really weird.
How orange are we talking?
Orange, so I looked like a giant carrot, you know? It's not the most glamorous.
Now look, you've spent so much time in the MCU. Out of all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the actual superheroes, who would you want to be best friends with and why?
What, all the Marvel superheroes?
Yeah, out of anyone. Like for me, I'd pick Star-Lord. He's got a spaceship, he seems like a lot of fun, we like the same music.
Hooked on a feeling, Blue Swede, 1973, that song belongs to me!
I'd like to be with a girl, maybe.
Go ahead, so who?
Yeah. I mean, the character is not really fun, but Black Widow, you know, she's the boss. She's been in the movies for years. She's been with all the guys. She's tough, you know. Yeah, I would love to be friends with her.
Good choice. Well, we're going to be back with Pom in just a minute with fan questions and the watch list. But first, we asked you guys if you could have any MCU superhero for a best friend, who would it be?
The MCU character that I would want to be best friends with is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
You're the Spider-Man.
I'm not. He's definitely not bad on the eyes.
Because he's hot.
Maybe put on some clothes.
Black Widow. One, she's really hot, plus we both have red hair and we could be badass spies together.
I would be best friends with Thor because he seems like someone who could handle his shit when he's drinking.
Another!
Because Thor is in shape, I want to be in shape.
Ant-Man. Because Ant-Man is fun and Paul Rudd is the coolest person on earth. I think we would go bowling. I think he would probably be candlepin bowler because he's little, and I would play the big balls.
It's okay. He can't see me.
I can see you.
He can see me.
The MCU character that I would like to be best friends with is the Scarlet Witch because she could help me fall in love with anybody or anybody fall in love with me.
I can handle these.
Drax, just because he has a unique perspective on everything.
You just need to find a woman who is pathetic. Like you.
So my favorite Avengers hero is Iron Man.
Iron Man and I would go for an oil loop.
Not a great plan.
So when it comes to having a best friend in the MCU, I feel like Mantis would actually be pretty great because she could just, if you were tired and you didn't want to take like the 3 milligrams of melatonin, she could just be like, and out. So,
sleep.
And wake up.
And speaking of Mantis, Pom, you are almost unrecognizable in your role as her, which is why
we decided to take some of your co-stars and fuse them with weird buggy insects in a brand new game that we decided to call The Acting Bug. You ready to play?
Sounds crazy to me, but yeah, I want to play.
Okay, done.
I'm gonna start. Do you know who is in this insect?
It looks like Bill Skarsgård.
It is Bill Skarsgård.
I shot a VR short movie with him.
Called Alteration.
Yes. Oh my God, you know that.
Yes. Well, we're IMDb.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We know everything.
Is it over?
Next one right here.
God, Zoe! And a butterfly.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like her, you know, her character in Avatar.
Yes.
Very much so.
We've seen her as blue, we've seen her green.
She's so funny right now.
Who put the sticks up their butts?
What? No, that's just a
That is cruel.
phrase.
All right, next one.
Oh, it's Tom Holland.
Yes. He kind of looks like the third member of Daft Punk, I think.
Oh, you're using your made-up names.
Next one. Who's that? Ah, a difficult one. You've starred with her. We're not giving you a lot to go on here.
Do you want me to give you a hint? Here's my impression. Yeah, okay.
Brie Plaza. I'm a huge fan. I've been watching her movies and her stuff like for years. You know, she's so special. You know.
What? I love garbage.
Well, Pom, you did great at the acting bug. You nailed the game. Are you ready to move on to Twitter questions from your fans? At DavidRP91 wants to know, if you were given the chance to make a standalone Mantis film, something I would love to see, what other characters from the MCU would you bring along and why?
I mean, I'd say Dave, of course, Drax, because, you know, I think it's funny, the dynamic between the both of us.
I don't even like the type of thing you are.
Hey, there's no need to get personal.
All right, next one comes from Karen Gill N. Wants to know, Mantis was a master martial artist in the comics, so will we eventually get to see Mantis physically fighting?
You know, I talked to James Gunn about that, And he said Mantis, with her superpowers, she can make them feel bad just by touching them. So she doesn't need to do martial arts or anything. You know, she's stronger than that. But I've been training like crazy, and I love to do my own stunts, and I love to kick and punch. But I'd like to do that maybe in a different movie.
Because Old Boy, you had the chance to
Yeah.
really like get those moves right.
Yeah, but I'm better now.
Are you really?
Yeah, so I have to find something else to, you know, another movie to do that.
What's your signature move?
I mean, I can do the splits now.
Can you?
Yeah. No, not right now.
I wasn't
going
gonna
to
ask.
have to warm up.
Like a Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yes.
Sweet.
That hurts me just looking at it.
Okay, you know, everyone is still going to the cinema to see Infinity War.
Yes.
At this point, you've probably seen it a few times. So what else are you watching at the moment?
Oh, you know what I watched recently?
Go
I
on.
finished Miss Maisel. What's the name?
Yeah,
The
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Love that show.
And
Rachel Brosnahan.
She's incredible in it. And the way she evolves in the show is really incredible.
Did I mention that my husband left me?
But there is also another movie that I want to see really bad. It's Tully.
Yes,
right?
Charlize
Charlize
Theron.
Theron, I'm a huge fan. She's
Jason Reitman.
incredible, and I love the director, of course. So I can't wait to see that. And I think it's going to be dark and hilarious.
Mom, what's wrong with your body?
Carrie, what are you going to be watching?
Well, I mean, since you're here, I've been meaning to watch Ingrid Goes West for a while, and you're in it, so I feel like this weekend I'm finally going to sit down and watch it, because I've heard so many great things about it.
Oh yeah, the movie is so funny, hilarious, depressing. I love it.
Whatever, just be cool. Just be mellow.
Pom, thank you so much for spending this day with us right here on the IMDb Show. Such a pleasure
Thank
having
you.
you.
Yeah.
Can't wait to
Thank
see
you.
you again. Avengers Infinity War, like anyone doesn't know, is out right now.
But before you guys go, be sure to head over to imdb.com/show, where you can rate each episode and watch past episodes, which you should definitely do.
And to take us out, it's this week's Trailer.
Then I saw it. A mythical creature I had only heard existed in legend. What the hell are you? We are Venom.
Let him go.
The hell's that thing?
My, oh my.
What's it been, 40 years?
That's impossible. That would mean I was only 6.
That back and forth was so good, I felt like Shonda Rhimes wrote us.
I was thinking that the whole time, but I didn't think I could say it.